Hey guys, I'm Matt from King Machinery in Statesville, North Carolina, and we've got a unique opportunity today. We've taken in a Kubota B2650 on trade. It's a 2018 model, and we're going to compare it against our new Mahindra 1626. Both 26 horsepower tractors. This one's got a hydrostatic transmission. Let's look at the differences. So on the Mahindra, I said that one had square edges. This one's kind of cut at a bevel or a bit of an angle. And what that offers is an opportunity when you're sitting in the driver's seat to be able to see the leading edge of the bucket when it's on the ground when you're doing loader work. And also, if you get a load that's got any kind of moisture to it, like a wet bunch of mulch or some sand that's a little bit wet, it'll give you a little bit of suction in this square bucket. And this bucket with those angles lets you get rid of that load a little bit simpler. Of course, the skid steer style quick attach is something that we at Mahindra are proud of. You're going to have real strong pins so that you can add forks or a bucket or whatever it is you need up there, and they're spring loaded. So it's very simple just to lift that lever on both sides and then get out of the load. Bucket on the Kubota is going to have square edges. It's not going to have a skid steer style quick attach, and there's actually a sticker on the back that says it's light material used. Both of these tractors are going to come with a leveling rod. On the Mahindra 1626, your leveling rod has 2 points of contact with the tractor, one that's at the end of the loader arms and one at the first bend of the loader arms. So the rod that's connected to the bottom can slide up and down inside the casing that's attached to the top part. When it's even up here, you're level. On the Kubota B2650, it's quite different actually. One thing about the Mahindra, it's on the outside, which could maybe cause some problems if some sticks or anything were to get into it. Maybe it's more susceptible to damage. Theirs is on the inside at the Kubota B2650. However, it has at least 15 parts to it. I counted it earlier, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points of linkage. So that's more stuff that can break, you know, in my eyes. However, it is on the interior and probably a little bit more protected than the Mahindra leveling rod. The 1626 from Mahindra has a much wider distance inside the loader arms than the Kubota B2650, as you can see. The overall width between the B2650 and the Mahindra 1626 when measured from outside to outside of the rear tires is about an 11-inch difference. That wider stance that the Mahindra offers gives you not only more stability, but it will help increase your lift capacity. On the Mahindra 1626, your sensor is under the molded part of the seat. It's a hidden place for it to go. It clips in. Pretty easy to repair if you need to. It's also pretty easy to protect. On the Kubota, if you flip the seat up, you're going to see they have a little metal flange welded to the frame of the seat, and then this little actuating plastic arm that once it's depressed, the tractor can run. Now these tractors are parked side by side at the same angle, and the camera's the same distance away. So hopefully you can see the difference in the robust difference between the Mahindra and the Kubota. Even the metal itself is quite a bit thicker. I'll take a tape measure and show you that right now. And your stabilizing arms will be on the outside, giving you actually more mobility. On the Kubota B2650, your stabilizing arms are on the inside of your 3-point hitch connections. And if you actually look, I took a tape measure and I'll show you the difference between the Kubota B2650 and the Mahindra 1626. The Mahindra 1626, it's going to be closer to 1,500 pounds, about a 400-pound difference. I didn't get those numbers exactly right, but I know it's about a 400-pound difference. Now that's at full height, maximum lift at full height. So you can go into what we call breakout force, which again, about a 400-pound difference. And then as you go up, the amount of weight you're able to lift changes, obviously because of the stance the tractor has. All right, with the Kubota B2650, we're gonna talk about lift capacity. It's got around 1,100 pounds. All right, let's look at the operator station on the Mahindra 1626. Your hydrostatic forward and reverse pedal are over here on your right side, and your brakes are also on your right side. This is a clutch. Basically, with the hydrostatic transmission, that clutch is usually only used when you're engaging or disengaging your PTO and things of that nature. This is a control that determines how fast or slow you can raise your lift arms on the rear PTO, your 3-point hitch. You have your 4-wheel drive lever and a differential lock. If you come over here and you look under the steering wheel, you'll see 3 different levers. This is a cruise control for your hydrostatic transmission. This is your parking brake engagement, and this is your steering tilt. You have a throttle up here beside your steering wheel, and of course your blinkers and your light controls. Now we're going to look at the operator station on the Kubota B2650. You have a rocker pedal instead of 2 pedals, which some people prefer. Actually, the Mahindra offers it on their 35 horsepower hydrostatic transmission. Now your brakes are on the left side, where with Mahindra they were over here on your right. Your tilt for your steering wheel is this pedal here. You have a cruise control, parking brake, and a throttle, which is in the same place as on the Mahindra tractor. Same differential lock position. Your 4-wheel drive is actually over here on this side. It's this orange handle. So a few differences. Let's look at the tire size difference between these two 26 horsepower tractors. I'll just try to find it right here on the tire and read it straight off to you. On the Mahindra 1626, you've got a 15 by 19.5 inch tire. And then on the Kubota B2650, you got a 12.4 by 16. So quite a bit difference, as you can see, just by looking at them, me standing here by the tires. Now let's look at the front tires. Your front tire on the Kubota B2650 is a 23 by 8.5 by 14. And on the Mahindra 1626, you're looking at a 27 by 8 by 50-15. Again, about the same difference in size as far as measurements go from the front to the back on the B2650 versus the 1626. One thing that Kubota does add that Mahindra does not is they put a valve stem guard on there. It comes like that. Mahindra does not. We actually have added them for customers here at King Machinery before, but we've also seen them get packed full of dirt and cause a little bit of leaking around the stem itself. So it's all in what the customer wants.
We hope this video has helped you if you're looking for the differences between a Kubota B2650 and a Mahindra 1626. Keep in mind they're both 26 horsepower tractors, both hydrostatic transmissions, and there are quite a few differences. If I had to keep score and tell you what I think would set one tractor apart from the other, I would probably say that Mahindra is leading. Yes, we sell Mahindra tractors here, but we're also trying to sell this used Kubota that we've taken in. Not knocking Kubota or taking away from them. I just feel like the axles are bigger on the rear. Obviously the tire's bigger, the tractor's wider. The way that the seat sensor works, to me, is a little bit safer. I like the leveling rod on the Mahindra, although I like the fact that the Kubota's is on the interior of the loader arm. So there's a lot of differences, and it's up to you to make your own decision. We just wanted to show you those differences since we did have the unique opportunity of standing both tractors side by side at our dealership here today. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe, you like, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you.